What's going on? Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com. If you're watching this, then I can only imagine that you have been in the friend zone, or you are in the friend zone right now. Lord knows I am the king of the friend zone, or at least I used to be. I was getting in the friend zone all the way up to the point where I was in my early to mid 20s, with about 90% of the girls that I was interested in. They did not see me as any kind of sexual being. They saw me as a friend. So I'm talking to old Trip, but I'm also talking to you when I give you this message about how to recognize if she is just treating you like a friend, and then how to avoid that or get out of this situation altogether. Real quick, I want to tell you about something that's going to help you for free. It is my Trips tension technique. One of the reasons why guys end up in the friend zone and don't end up getting to the point where the girl is actually sexually attracted to them is because they don't make a move. So I have a demonstration video of me and another girl doing Trips tension technique, where then you can see how to build tension and specifically go for the kiss and what to do right before you go for a kiss. It is absolutely free, and you also get on my email list where I send weekly emails giving you tips and techniques to attract more women. Check that out. Link is in the description down below. The first sign that she only wants to be your friend, this is a big one, and this is kind of obvious. Some of these are obvious, but still good to know, is that she is talking about other guys. So specifically other guys that she likes. She's talking about other guys that she's interested in. If she's doing that in any form or fashion, or asking you advice on what to do, what should I do with this one person that I like, and talking about this guy that she has a crush on, you are absolutely in the friend zone. Women will not do that. That's not like a game that they'll play to try to make you jealous. I mean, there's exceptions, of course, but normally they know not to do that if they're interested in the guy. They're not going to be talking about a guy. Yeah, maybe they'll do some kind of jealousy thing where they say some guy is cute or say one thing, but what I'm talking about here is that they are going on and on and on about a guy that they like. I remember this used to happen to me all the time. I would like a girl, would become friends. I'd try to get in that backdoor route of being her friend first, and then she would tell me all these stories about these guys that she likes. This was never a test. It's because she liked that other person and didn't like me. So watch out for this. Here's another big one. And this is definitely not a test as well. I know some guys see these things as tests. She calls you buddy, pal, friend, or dude. If she's saying buddy, pal, friend, or dude, she is basically saying to you, you are my buddy, pal, friend, or dude. Women don't usually do this because they also know that if they're saying that, then they're going to give this sign to the guy that it's this friendship, right? So they know that if they're saying that, they are saying it's friendship, and they want to try to let you know that they don't see you like that. Buddy, pal, friend, dude, look out for this. Here's a big one. Oh man, this is big. She is only talking about herself, and you become this shoulder to cry on. Boy, this happened to me quite a bit, especially in college. Is you become this shoulder to cry on when you guys are hanging out. She's not very interested in talking to you. Maybe she slips something in the end and says like, oh, but how are you doing, by the way? But mainly she's getting together with you to dump all of her problems on you. This is her basically using you for attention and just trying to be friendly with you. Yeah, there are some circumstances where there's exceptions where maybe she still wants to spend time with you and maybe likes you, but you'll know for sure that this is a sign that she only wants to be your friend if a majority of these interactions between you two are just about her and her problems, especially around the guys that she might like, and she's talking about a crush that she likes and it's not working out and she's just blah, 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 blah. An obvious one, but should be stated. She's not accepting your physical advances. So if you're using Trips tension technique, what I told you earlier, that free video, if you watch that video and you use the technique and she's like, oh, no, I only see you as a friend. Obviously, there you go. It's pretty obvious there. But there's also these little mini physical advances. Like let's say you're trying to physically escalate, like you're trying to hug her, you're trying to kind of touch her a little bit, and she's not reciprocating and she feels like very standoffish, right? Those little like times that you're trying to touch her and she's kind of almost flinching. This is a sign, this is one of the biggest signs that she only sees you as a friend. If she liked you, she would allow for that to happen. She wouldn't flinch at that. She would like that. She wants to be touched by you. So really take notice that if you're hanging out with someone and she's not accepting those physical advances, even the small ones, it's a friend situation. Last, but certainly not least, when you're asking her out and she ignores it. So I work with coaching clients, and there are times when he's texting the girl, she's super responsive. She's even asking him questions. It's like this big texting back and forth, but then he finally asks her to hang out, she goes silent. Write down below in the comments if this has ever happened to you. I know it's happened to me plenty of times. When you finally go for the close and you go to meet with her and she just goes silent or completely ignores it. And or she just seems to always be busy and can't hang out. Has enough time to text you and give you her attention over text, but never in person. This is some weird digital friendship, attention-seeking situation where you don't want to be involved in this and you don't want to be texting her all day because, well, look what happens. You know that now that she only wants that and nothing more. So what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do if you perform one of these tests or you see one of these signs that she's not interested? I beg of you to move on and don't enter into any situation anymore that's not in the context of something sexual or dating or romantic. If nothing falls in line in sexual, romantic, dating situation, then you're trying to go the backdoor friend zone route, and it rarely works. Instead, you want to be trying to and attempting to build attraction from the very beginning when you first meet her, and always try to hang out with her in a date context. So then, towards the end of the date, you go for a kiss, which again is going to be taught to you in the Trips Tension technique. There's a link down below. And then from there, you can build a non-friendship or a romantic type of relationship. So make sure you're always focused on that. Hope that helps. Check out Trips Tension technique. It's going to help you tremendously. Like this, and I will see you on the next video.